if I could go back in time to the video I made where I reviewed the GoPro Hero 9, I maybe would have added that the battery can sometimes be somewhat unreliable, because we got to the beach, I was ready to take a whole bunch of extra cinematic footage, and then guess what? Power just ran out. So you know what, I'm still very happy with the footage I was able to take. So let me go back in time and walk you through how I created the footage that you just watched. So straight off the bat, we found a location. We were in the mood for a bit of an outdoor trail adventure. So we found a nice little route that we were going to do. And the first thing I wanted to focus on was variety. When I first started editing videos, especially some of the outdoor videos me and my husband were doing together, I was just so excited about the adventure that I wasn't thinking about the edit. So if you are filming yourself or if you're doing a bit of an adventure, just always keep the edit in mind, because it's really interesting for the viewer if they've got a whole bunch of different options. So that's immediately what I started off with. I just wanted to enter the video with a couple of options, and that's what we got. And yes, that means it is very stop-start. You kind of have to pick your battles. If you're in the mood for exercise, go exercise. But if you're planning on filming it, do your future self a favor and just slow things down, prepare the shots that you know are going to help you when it comes to the edit. I expect a lot from my talent. You know, I really want to provide the best video possible. And so I've asked my husband if he would be so brave to jump over this fallen tree. And I think it's just going to be such a cool transition, you know, from the mask to perhaps like jumping over some action. I think it could be really cool. We'll see though in the edit if it works. Let's just get his opinion as to whether he thinks he can manage this task. My honey, what are you gonna do?
Feeling a bit wobbly. If you can have a look here.
Are you gonna? Oh yeah.
Just have a look. So I'm kind of thinking of using this as a balance to push myself up, but it could go very pear-shaped.
Okay, jokes, I would never put my talent at risk like that. I think it might actually just be cool to do a bit of a reveal from under the tree, show some shoe or something like that. That could be quite cool. I've asked my husband if he would be so epic to just get to the top of that rock over there and maybe film down to get a bit of the same feel that you'd get from a drone. Let's see how it works.
Go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So let's take a quick little break and introduce you to my beautiful country. Over here we have Lion's Head. Woo! And hopefully the clouds will clear and we'll have quite a nice sunset a little bit later. My love, what does it feel like being my model?
Yeah, it feels quite fun. We're having a good time.
This is quite a nice date. So this is an example of a shot that I can't use. It's a great shot, but you'll see my husband's shadow, he's holding the GoPro, and in this shot you'll see my shadow holding the GoPro, which is a little bit frustrating if you're trying to get a bit more of a professional feel. But if you're just having a good time, it's not the end of the world if you can see your shadow. But in this video today, we were trying to go for that crispy, creamy, cinematic look. So it's always helpful to be mindful of this very simple trick to just make sure that you can't see your shadow in the frame. If you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content from me in the future. My husband has incredible stamina when it comes to running, and let me just show you this flight of stairs that's coming up here. Ready for the whip? And so I don't know, it doesn't really do it any justice, but it is quite steep. So he's just gonna hold it, and I've asked him if he can get a couple of different angles. His face forward, bit of the side of his face, and maybe a different angle, maybe top down like that. That could look quite cool. Of his feet. So he's gonna be using the GoPro to get a whole bunch of different angles. Over to you, honey. The plan is to get to the top, and then what we're going to do is quite a cool transition. So Bry's going to take his hat off at the top, maybe put his hat back on, and then we're going to be at the sea. If the hat doesn't work, we're going to try something else, but the plan is to keep things exciting because everyone's seen us come up. I don't think it's going to be as much fun to watch us come down, so some sort of transition just to keep things fun and funky. So as you can see, the incline to the top is quite hectic. Every YouTuber gets to the point where they do something for the tube, so I'm hopefully going to run all the way to the top. So be a gem, give me a thumbs up. It's such a great feeling to actually get to the top. My quads are paining. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to try film the end shot of the cinematic sequence. My love, are you happy to just whip your hat off straight into the camera? Maybe you're up for some more stairs?
Let's do it.
As you can see, it really helps having somebody do this with you. You can do it alone. It just involves being a lot more patient and really planning your shots. When it comes to shots to aim for, establishing shots, those are really helpful. Consider a long shot, a drone-like shot, or maybe even a curved shot. Then don't forget those classy close-ups. These showcase detail. The dance between establishing shots and close-ups really give your video variety. And in this case, we've got the scene of the outdoors, the forest, and then we've got the close-ups of the detail on the shoe, or just zooming in on some of the natural beauty in nature. But the secret sauce is slow motion. With the GoPro Hero 9, you simply hit the snail icon to activate this, or you can adjust your speed when you edit. In a future video, I'll walk you through some GoPro Hero 9 settings, so subscribe if you want to be made aware of when that video comes out. But without making this video too complicated, consider planning the shots ahead of time and be open to things changing when it comes to the actual shoot. Slow down, look at what's around you, consider the footage you've taken, and think about what additional footage you may need. These are the basic things to consider when it comes to shooting cinematic footage. I really enjoyed making this video, and if you enjoyed it too, there's no better way of showing me than by giving me a big thumbs up. Thank you very much, and consider subscribing to my channel. I will leave my GoPro Hero 9 review in the end screen if you want to check that out. It just shares my first thoughts on using the GoPro Hero 9. And if you have a GoPro and you want to create some cinematic shots, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and what you guys have been up to with your GoPro. So thanks for spending your time with me, and I will see you in one of my next videos. Take care, all the best, bye bye.